Viruses are everywhere. There are a lot of viruses there, but not a lot of them have actually been isolated or characterized. And so it's important for us for understanding viruses in general and for having tools for phage therapy to isolate and characterize novel viruses.
My name is Bill Ketola. I just finished my 4th year at Bemidji State. I'm from New Brighton, which is a suburb of the Twin Cities originally, and my major is biochemistry with an emphasis in cellular and molecular biology. Originally I came to BSU because of the football team. I had 2 offers to play Division II college football, and when I got to BSU for a visit, I just really loved the campus and the atmosphere of the city, and the coaching staff was really what I was looking for in a program. But then I ended up loving the academic side as well, and really loved the research that I got to do here.
And so what Bill did was isolate and characterize a virus that no one had ever isolated or characterized or worked with at all before. And because he isolated a novel virus, he was able to name it. It's a brand new thing that no one else has worked with. We have the genome, and that sort of supports our idea that this is a new virus.
I named it JANT, J-A-N-T, which I got from combining Justin Jefferson and Anthony Edwards, who are 2 of my favorite professional athletes in Minnesota.
A bacteriophage is a virus that infects bacteria. It's very specific for bacteria. It will not harm human cells, plant cells, any other sort of cell. It just infects bacteria.
Bacteriophages are found anywhere that bacteria grow, and so the optimal conditions for bacterial growth are really, moist soil. We might call it rich if you were a farmer or a biologist who was planting it. It just looks like it would support plant life. It probably supports bacteria growth as well. And so in my research project, I isolated and characterized a new bacteriophage that had never been cataloged by science before. I took my sample from Richmond, Minnesota, which is about 20 minutes west of St. Cloud. So my fiance and I went to spend the weekend at her parents' house in Richmond, and they live across the street from a cornfield. And when I was looking at the soil in the cornfield, it seemed really optimal for possibly phage isolation. So I took a sample and brought it back to the lab here, and sure enough, it ended up having a phage in it. So once I got the soil back here, I took a small amount of the soil and added it to a bacteria culture of Mycobacterium smegmatis, which is the bacteria I used throughout my research. I was very excited because this was actually the 3rd time that I had taken a soil sample, so the first 2 times did not turn out well, and so when I finally walked into the lab and looked at my petri dish and saw the plaques, I was very excited to see that I had been successful and I was going to be able to do more research going forward.
I would describe Bill as having what we'd call lab hands. He's just able to do the work inside of the lab with ease. That's a talent. That is something that people are born with and are very lucky to have. Whereas, you can build up your skill in lab. That takes time and patience, but he just has a natural talent.
The research that I've done this year has confirmed that my phage JANT is capable of infecting Mycobacterium smegmatis. It's a lytic phage, which means that it kills the bacteria when it infects it. And I've also confirmed through my research that it can kill what are called biofilms created by Mycobacterium smegmatis. Biofilms are when individual bacterial cells kind of join together and form a mass of bacteria, and they secrete proteins and sugars and all sorts of things on the outside to protect them from the environment. So biofilms are often resistant to antibiotics or traditional methods of killing bacteria, but my phage JANT is able to kill biofilms. And Mycobacterium smegmatis is very closely related to Mycobacterium tuberculosis, which is the causative agent behind tuberculosis. Future work is necessary to confirm it, but there's a good chance that if it can kill Mycobacterium smegmatis, it'll be able to kill Mycobacterium tuberculosis. It's kind of surreal to think about that, this work that I've done, because it was required for my degree, that I've kind of fallen in love with, all of a sudden might have real world implications. It's not just another essay that I had to write or a research paper. This is a real thing that might go out into the real world and help people, and it's kind of amazing to think about. I've really just had a great support system around me. My parents have always been incredibly supportive. They go to every single football game, even if they have to drive to Minot, North Dakota or Wayne, Nebraska, they still go to every game. And so they really helped me with making my decision to come to Bemidji. And then once I've got here, I've had a great relationship with my football coaches and with my professors who have really been there to guide me and help me through. So I never would have been able to do this all by myself. I really have everyone else to thank. I really don't think I could have had a better undergraduate experience anywhere except BSU. I mean, I met the love of my life here. I've won 2 conference championships here for football. I've been to Texas and I've been to Colorado for football games, and really had just once-in-a-lifetime experiences that I never would have gotten if I hadn't come to Bemidji.
So Bill will be presenting this work in Los Angeles in June at the American Society for Microbiology meeting.